Hi, hello. My name is Melanie. If you're new here, hello. Uh, I talk about a bunch of stuff, lifestyle, college, anything you can think of, basically. Um, and I always related to and like connected to my life. So everything will basically be about like what is most relevant to me at the moment. So after this intro, let's just get started. Um, so your girl's 23, yes, 23. Um, I wonder if anybody else feels like this, but when I turned 19 and 20, I still said that I was 18 because I just felt like if I wasn't 21, it wasn't really significant. And now I feel like that at 23, like 23, 24. I feel like your milestone is like 25. So I'm always like not saying that I'm 23. It's really weird. I don't know if I'm the only one who does this, but it's just very weird to say that I'm 23. I don't mind aging, so it's not like an aging thing. I don't know what it is, honestly. But anyways, so I went to school from ages 18 to 21, almost 22. Um, and I wish I was better prepared for all the things that I would have to learn in a span of 3 months or so, but that's life for you. So, for anyone that is in college, and I don't want you guys to go through this as well, listen and learn because more likely than not, college will not teach you any of this. The first thing I would definitely say is that if your college classes offer anything with like negotiation or like how to interview or how to fix your resume, your cover letter, any classes like that, take them. Take them. They're free. They're free information, and you definitely need them. I did take a class like that. It was more on the interviewing side, like how to interview, how to work on grants and stuff like that, and it was super duper helpful. So trust me, take the class. If it's credited, it's even better because you're more likely to go. Um, so that is the first piece of advice, but I just want to talk about my experience and what I would advise anyone that is graduated, going to graduate next year, or it's in the midst of graduating. Um, so I've been working for about a year now, I think. About a year. Um, and let's just say that I've had to work other jobs just to kind of like supplement my expenses, including just like surveys and stuff like that, and just jobs here and there, more like freelancing stuff. Um, so that's one thing, like having multiple sources of income is always a great thing. You're just more likely to just get more money and not have to worry about paying any bills or anything like that. In terms of job experience and how that works for like getting a job. So in college, they never tell you like, oh, so you should be working while going to school because unless you have really good connections or you're like in a club that has people that have networking with other companies, or the club itself has companies that they work with that you can automatically get a job, or the profession that you're in is in high demand, like computer science, any type of like engineering job, development job. Uh, it's actually not that easy to get a job. It's not impossible, but it's much harder when your job is not, or your major is not in demand. Um, so the first thing that I would definitely say is to okay, and I also just want to insert here that I really wish that I would have listened to my sister more. She had gone to college previously, and she had kind of enhanced that getting any sort of job would be best than having no job. And I kind of, was me, and I was just like, no, but like I want a specific job. I think economically, if you can hold off and you can wait until you have better circumstances, or you find a job that you really enjoy, then do so, because of course you want to work somewhere where you love the environment, you love where you work, you love the people that you work with, and but realistically, if you're not in those circumstances, if financially you can't afford that, or if you have pressures from your parents, then um, temporarily you would have to be looking for just about any job. But definitely still have in mind some of the qualities that you do want in that job, because overall, any job that you get will provide you or enhance some skill set, so that could help you with another job. You never know where life will take you, and you never know how the skill sets that you have for a certain job will help you with another job. So definitely also have that in mind. Okay, so I am back. So I was talking about what are the first things you should do while you're in college. So the first thing I would definitely say is get a job. Definitely try to get a job that's connected to your major or an internship, but getting any job is fine, because at the end of the day, a lot of the time, jobs are just trying to see if you have similar experiences or skills to what they're looking for, and that you've been working for a while. So if you're the type of person that's only been working for like a year or a little less than a year, they might take someone who has more experience or has been in the job market way longer than you, than someone who's only been there a year. The biggest advantage that you have is that you have your bachelor's degree, and a lot of times they are looking for a bachelor's degree, so that is a plus. The second thing is that you want to be able to show how you effectively made those skills in your job. So if you're multitasking, you have to show them, like, I've had multiple tasks, and I prioritized in this and this way, and part of my multitasking was the social media posts, the newsletters, the PR schedule, whatever the case is. You always want to make sure that you're really clearly showing them, either in your cover letter or in your resume, what skill sets you have, but like also examples of that. Why it's so important is because, again, when you go into um, trying to get a job, a lot of the time they might throw your resume away just because you don't have a job experience. Having gone just to school and nothing else, like no types of clubs or any extracurricular activities, looks really, really bad on your resume. Unless, again, you have like a network or something. It really sucks too, because this is like a rant. For me, it really sucks too, because the focus when you're in college is to be in college, to take the classes, to go on clubs and stuff. And the fact that a lot of the time you have to balance out all these things and also start working so that, or doing an internship so that they can kind of see that you have some experience is insane to me, because that's a lot of pressure for someone coming from high school to kind of like adulting in a way. But it is the way of life and it is how it works, at least in America. So, either you get with the program or you don't, but definitely just try to get some type of work experience. It could literally be anything, and stay there for as long as you can, also, just because that shows that you're consistent and determined and you're willing to stay in a company for longer. Ask professors, teachers, anybody that you can think of if they know of any job opportunities. The sooner you do it, the better. Especially for internships, it's so much easier to get a job through an internship than just like cold calling or applying. And yeah, the job experience industry, the whole dynamic of like how to find a job is so weird, because it's like there's so many ways, but it's also like a lot of people are doing it, especially if you're in a city that's very populated. I wasn't trying to use the word weird. What I was trying to say is that it just seems odd to me that every time you try to find a job, you're also competing with a bunch of people that probably have way, way more experience than you and probably have the skill sets that they're looking for, and that the job industry, the career industry doesn't really, if that's even a thing, doesn't really look at how to effectively get college students into the working world. It's a lot of things that they don't really tell you in college. It's just that you're going to have to apply to a shit ton of jobs, and you're going to have to tailor your resume and your cover letter to said job. One other point that I want to make too with like this whole rant thing is that usually job experiences are looking for a year plus. Sometimes even for entry level, I've seen like 3 and 4 years, which I think is insane for someone who has been in college to like go from college to somehow getting 3 or 4 years of experience. It makes no type of sense. Like, you want me to go to school, but you also want me to work semi full time in a job that I'm going to school for. Like, what? So keep that into account too. A lot of entry level jobs, they are looking for experience. I've seen very, 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 very few positions where they're not looking for any type of job experience, and sometimes they even prefer the job experience over what school you went to, or if you have a bachelor's degree, because of course the job experience shows that you know how to do the job. I think that's about it. This is at least for entry level and like for college students, because I know that it is freaking difficult, and even for people who have been like a year or 2 years out, it can be difficult to find a job or to figure out what you want to do. The earlier that you start, the better, and just make sure that you are always updating your resume. The sooner you make your LinkedIn also, the better. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. If you guys have any questions about resumes, jobs, cover letters, anything like that, you can definitely comment down below. I will try to get to everybody, and yeah, thank you.